Hey guys, it's Imperial Silver here today. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about how to collect old coins or foreign coins, whatever have you. I've had a couple of questions about this on my channel, and I thought I would just kind of go into it a little bit for you guys. Just because it is a little harder. Before we say like maybe how you're going to do it, I'm going to say kind of like a couple of things that kind of make certain coins harder to collect. For this video, let's be bringing out some coins to show you, let's tell you quickly what they are, and then let's kind of go over them that you guys might find interesting, or I guess we'll start with this like little German Thaler here from Saxony, 1848. It's kind of got a hole, but either way. So things that make foreign coins harder or easier to collect come down to a couple of things. One, you know, is your country close to that country? Like where do you live? So if you live in the U.S., collecting foreign coins from Canada per se much easier than if you're trying to collect coins from Asia or far like anywhere east. Like Western Europe's going to be easier than Eastern Europe just because of the travel distance. Just tends to be kind of a rule. There's exceptions, but for the most part, that is going to be a thing. Other things to consider: how big that place was. So places like France, UK, Germany, to a degree Russia, they're going to have their coins out a bit more because they're these big empires. So, and they're really prevalent economies. So they were printing out a lot of coins. They're going to be more out there versus something like Greece or maybe even like Monaco. They're going to be a bit smaller. Yeah, and on that side of it, you also have to keep in mind just mintages in general, but that goes with anything usually. Other things that could be a thing currently, like you could look at Russia. Just gonna show you this one. This is Portugal 1000 Rias. This is to commemorate the Portuguese and British defeat over Napoleon in the Peninsula War. But like currently right now, Russian coins are hard to get because coins are having a hard time leaving Russia because of all the sanctions on them. So stuff like that is also a thing. There's a couple of places where certain countries' coins are banned. I think in the U.S. you can't buy Cuban coins or something still. North Korean currency is forbidden to take out of the country, or at least like the one they use in the country. So stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of like the big stuff. For like what kind of makes them like harder to, obviously age, like most of the normal stuff, age is gonna make them harder too. So if you're trying to collect like an ancient foreign coin or a really old one, that's gonna be harder, you know. But yeah, mostly distance and how big of economy they had, how much of an influence in the area they had. So maybe like Dutch coins, you probably see more of those in like Indonesia if you live there versus like middle of Africa where they didn't really have colonies. So yeah. And then places to get them. So, this is a coin from Pergamon. This is ancient, obviously. This comes from 2000, over 2,300 years ago-ish. I could be wrong about that. It's around that age, though. 2000, at least over 2,000, I know. I can't remember exactly the date on this one. I did date it, but I don't remember. These are snakes. But yeah, so sites you could try, and these are kind of like various ways of doing it. Obviously, you could just go to your local coin shop and ask. I guess what I was gonna say, you can go to your local coin shop. They usually don't have their foreigns out. Sometimes they'll have ancients. Ancients are kind of funny. I typically count them as like world and foreign because they kind of are a lot more similar to that side than the U.S. coins. But it is something you have to keep in mind. We got two little Hungarian dinars here from 14th, 15th centuries. There's one, and this is the back of this one's kind of toast. There you go. But you have like V coins, which is kind of more what I would is like a shop online with like a whole bunch of little mini online stores. And I would say they're more for like ancients than foreign, but they do have a good amount of foreign. You can find good deals in the foreign. I just don't find there going to be quite as many. So you have to keep that in mind. And then what I would say is if you're looking for a foreign, MA Shops is kind of the best one out there. I find they're a little bit more orientated that way. Um, and I'll make a quick note here towards American coins, because obviously American coins are foreign to majority of the world, even though the majority of people are American on this, and even probably watching this video. But if you're trying to collect American foreign coins, it's a little like, if you're not an American trying to collect them, you're going to be paying higher premiums than average. So just keep that in mind. It's possible a lot of these methods will work for those too, but they're going to be a little harder. Luckily, a lot of American coins out there, so that helps. Yeah, sure. Here's a German Thaler from 1848. This is from Prussia. See if I can get the design to show. Yeah, they're pretty good. They have deals occasionally sometimes, but usually what I would say is just look for a good price for you. They're gonna be at retail, so they're gonna be a little more expensive. But if you're looking for like something particular, like if you're looking for like just this coin, that's pretty smart. And then maybe get like 2 or 3, save shipping on that person. And then other ways you could do it is you could do auction sites. Auction sites, I would say you need to know a little bit more what you're doing, and it takes a lot more patience with foreign coins. Some of the auction sites I know are NumisBid and 6bid. They have a lot going on. For the most part, they're pretty good. Keep an eye on the terms on a lot of those auctions, though. They are a little sketchy, a little cross. That's kind of cute. I didn't notice that before. So yeah, just keep your eye out. I find with auctions, the biggest thing is to set yourself with limits. You don't overbuy, and know what you're doing, and have like patience. Like, if a coin is going too high for you, skip it. Like, don't wait till the next one shows up. Unless you're looking for like a one of a kind. Like if you're trying to find the coin, like there's like maybe like very small vintage, then you're kind of in a different area. That's probably one of the more knowledge heavy ways, so I wouldn't advise that for newcomers. I'd probably recommend trying out like shops a little bit first and staying to like safer stuff. Love the little design on this coin. It's very cute. This is Denarius from the Roman Empire under Elagabalus. And then another way I would do it is probably online groups. This one I actually recommend pretty hard. I think this is actually a pretty good method at the moment. And that's like going on like Facebook, Reddit. There's probably a couple of forums out there. I don't really know that too much myself. There's probably other ways to do it even online. Through like social media. And these are just like groups of people that coin collect, and none of them are like big enough to like maybe sell, like have their own shops. But a lot of us will get like, you'll get like 10 coins out of a lot or something you win, and you're like, I like 2 or 3 or 4 of these and I want to sell the rest. And that's what these people are doing, right? They're just kind of moving stuff along. They usually sell them for good prices. They don't usually at retail because they have to be sold. Shipping is usually fairly cheap because people understand that like they don't want to pay high premiums themselves on shipping, so that can be really nice. So yeah, I'd really recommend this. Make sure the group has like a lot of people in it. Usually, I would say don't go for like these tiny like 100 people groups. Go for like try and find like 1,000 people in a group at least. And then when you do deals, a little hint would probably be like try and make sure if you're at least selling, maybe like make sure that they have confirmed sales before, kind of test them out before, like, and always like get your money before, like just play it safe for yourself. Like don't worry too much. People on there know, like if you're new, you kind of have to deal with that. But then once you get established, you're established. Let's do some Japanese coins. These are 2 Mon from early the 16th century, and then this is from the 1800s here. But they're both from Japan. All 3 are from Japan. Other things you could do is eBay. Now, eBay is kind of a tough one for me to recommend because I feel like eBay has the easiest chance for you to get scammed if you don't know what you're doing. But it also has like pretty good prices. I haven't done eBay too much myself. I don't really like eBay too much because I find the shipping is usually a little high for me personally. But you can get really good deals. I've seen some really crazy sale prices for certain things. If you're going to do eBay, my biggest recommendation would be get these sellers that have like a whole bunch of reviews. Like those are the guys you want to do deals with. Not like I would not trust anybody at eBay with like under, to be honest, like 50, 100 sales with coins. Because they just need to price like one coin like this, put it up, and boom, they take the money and they disappear forever, right? It's hard. There's quite a few though, so of those like confirmed people. So these are supposed to be cherry blossom flowers. It's kind of cool. And they go on the side. Not on this one. I have another one that has that. This is a Bujin, if you're curious. So yeah, eBay is like good, but I think it's the highest like risk. I think you're most likely to get scammed on eBay if anything. So make sure you know what you're doing on there. Take your time, do your research. Don't impulse at all on eBay. eBay is like the worst place in the world to do it. But there is like I would say like people that do shops on there and they're pretty legit. So you can get some good deals. And they're like I said, I think they're pretty fair prices for the most part on there. And there is like a wide selection. Like you can get like a lot of stuff on eBay. It's a little hard to look through. That's my thing. Like it's not really a good like browser way to look through the like coins in general. So that kind of sucks. Another way would be like coin shows. And coin shows are really good for that. Obviously they have a little bit of a limitation. So this is Portuguese. This is like I don't think this is actually 400. It's supposed to be like 480 technically or something. They do like a different thing, but it's 400 Reis, but it's like it's supposed to be more than that. It's an 1809 though, from Portugal. Nice, cool. I love these type of edges. Very neat style of it. And I think coin shows are great because they give you a tons of options, and they're almost all very safe. You know, most people in there are going to be pretty, real. The other part of the coin shows is you only might get to deal with them, once a year if you're close to a place that does them even. So that could be a big problem. You don't want to wait like most people can't keep their money in their pockets all year and go to like one coin show, but I would say they're pretty good. They give you a wide range, and you can really find like a good amount of stuff. Like I've got a good amount of coin shows, and this one coming up that I'm excited for. But they happen about once a year here, so I wouldn't really recommend them as like, oh, like collect coins by going once a year. Like it doesn't really work unless you're driving around a lot. Sorry about that, guys. I just got hit by like a what do they call it? Like an Amber Alert kind of thing. So just kind of popped on my screen and canceled my video, which is kind of annoying. But either way, like I said, only once a year, so keep that in mind when you're getting into these like foreign coins. I'd say coin shows are a good spot to boost your collection. They'd be very good for that, but I wouldn't say like maybe that's how you could start your collection too. Maybe that's what I would say. Start a collection and boost your collection in a coin show, but you can't just do coin shows for a foreign collection usually, unless you collect very passively, and then by all means. Do I even have that coin to show you guys right now? Yeah, we could do like a couple of the ones we've seen a bit more. I haven't looked at this one too much. It's actually a pretty cool coin. And I got this guy here. And then we have two more kind of options. This is from the Popple States. I just think it's a really cool coin. I really like these kind of like more picturesque kind of ones. And that'd be like garage sales would be one of those. And when I say garage sales, I say this ever so lightly. I've barely seen any coins at garage sales. I know you always see people doing something like, yeah, I went around and find them. I really don't find. I've went to a lot and I've almost never seen them. Another thing I find is when you go to those places, if you do see them, they'll be crazy overpriced, and you'll get like walkers for like $30 because they sold online for the first price. And sometimes, they might be willing to talk down, but a lot of the time they'll be like, no, it's $30. I saw it online. Why should I sell it for less, So, depends on the person. And the other one I was going to say was antique stores. And I say a huge advisory caution for this one, because every antique store I've been to that sells any coins has them extraordinarily overpriced. We're talking like walkers at like $50, $30, $40 range, like just nutty. Canadian 50 cents, nothing super fancy, but just kind of a nice example. Very bright. Guess I could get it in the camera, hey, for you guys. And then like that's my thing. Like they can sell them. It's also they don't tend to sell them that much. It's only a few of them. British Crown. Pretty beat up, this one, to be honest. You can see it all chopped up there. And that's kind of what I would say is like, you know, if you're looking to get into like foreign coins, probably the best methods is going to be mostly online. That'll get you like the best rewards, kind of, you know. Just go Philippine coin. I love this coin. It's super cool. I love this little fleurs on the edge. It's very unique. Wish I didn't have the graffiti, but it's whatever. It's pretty small. That's also something I might say. Maybe look at foreign coins quite a bit cheaper if they have like marks or like holes. And to be honest, this doesn't really change the coin all that much. Like you get most of the beauty as long as it's not bad. There's a difference between really good and really bad holes in graffiti, so keep that in mind. Like I really don't mind either of those too much. They're pretty minor. But yeah, it could be like pretty useful. Like I said, like if you're trying to get like coins from Japan, you're gonna have to go online. You aren't gonna find those in your local coin shop almost ever. Like I found one Japanese coin in a show once of this type, like the older. I found some newer ones, a little bit more common, but yeah, and that's what I would say is mostly, you know, going online and going to these shops, auctions, talking to just people. I will say, I think the online groups might be the best part. You get the best prices. You can make deals and make connections, which is really good. Because then, you know, if you and a person, you know, I collect German coins, right? And let's say my buddy collects Japanese coins. I can do like trades with him, you know, or you know, it's like, oh, I found these Japanese coins. Do you want them? And he'll be like, oh yeah, sure. And he'll be like, oh, I found some German coins. Do you want them? And they'll usually after a while you make a connection, you'll give them a little bit better price for that, right? So I think that's really the best way. It does take a bit, and it's a little scary to get into maybe initially, but you know, it lets you get like these crazy coins. Like all of these coins on this table are completely different. We have like coins that are under a gram and are like paper thin. Like you can't even like barely pick this up. Like look at that. You have squares, coins with holes, ancients, like, and that's how I've done. I've mostly done online. I don't tend to do a lot of in-person deals because if I did in-person deals, I'd be getting only like Canadian coins basically because I live in Canada. And I will say that this is probably easier in like places like the States, because you guys have just like a huge base of people. So there's probably a fair bit of foreign coins in the U.S. as is. So that probably helps a good bit. Obviously you have a ton of U.S. coins, but it still helps. In Canada, I have to get everything shipped to me basically, so kind of sucks. But yeah, that's what I would recommend, guys. If you have any suggestions for, you know, people who want to collect forward coins in the just leave them in the comments below. Like, you know, I just seen a couple people ask about it and I just wanted to help them. If you watch this video to the end, you know, hit that subscribe button. Like, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. You know, I'd like to hit it before maybe the end of September. That'd be cool. Thank you guys for watching and, you know, giving me your support so far. I want to make this channel a big thing. And yeah, besides that, guys, keep collecting and, you know, collect some foreign coins. All right, bye-bye.